All right, Shalom. And all praises to Yahawah Bahashim, YAHAWASHI, Bahashim Ravakakwadash. The one who said apostles of the great millstone that taught me his truth. And blessings to all you sincere laborers out there pushing his truth in all sincerity and faith and honesty. I'm that full servant Kanakla coming at you once again. All right, and you know what? It's that time of year again, the month that they call December. Okay, and as we know, in December, they have a holiday that they worship called Christmas. So without further ado, I'm going to get into a quick lesson, and Lord willing is edifying, right? But I'm going to start in Acts 19. I'm going to start at verse 21. It says, after these things were ended, Paul proposed in the Spirit, when he had passed through Macedonia and Achaia, to go to Jerusalem, saying, after I have been there, I must also see Rome. So he sent into Macedonia 2 of them that ministered unto him, Timotheus, Erastus, but he himself stayed in Asia for a season. In the same time there arose no small stir about that way, for a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen. So it bought him a lot of money. All right. So it lets you know what a silversmith is, a person that makes silver shrines. So let's see. I searched up Diana real quick. Diana of the Ephesians. So this is a false god. It says Diana of the Ephesians, Diana among the Romans. All right. Or Artemis among the Greeks was the goddess of the moon and of the hunt. She was the virgin protectress of woodlands and wild animals, and is often depicted with a bow and arrow, which were used to punish mortals who angered her. All right. So throw a little bit of that fear in there. Okay. So this is what they were worshiping. Okay. So let's go back to the precepts. It says, for a certain man named Demetrius, a silversmith, which made silver shrines for Diana, brought no small gain unto the craftsmen. So they made a lot of money. It says, whom he called together with the workmen of like occupation. So he called together people that did the same thing he did, and said, sirs, ye know that by this craft we have our wealth. So he's saying this is how we make our money, talking to the other craftsmen, all right, or the other smiths. It says, moreover, ye see and hear. All right, so the word was getting around. Ye see and hear. And they didn't have internet back then. Okay? And prior before these, the verses up top, it says, Acts 19 and 11, it says, and God wrought special miracles by the hands of Paul, so that from his body were brought unto the sick handkerchiefs or aprons, and diseases departed from them, and evil spirits went out unto them. All right. So Paul worked many miracles. All right. So verse 17, it says, and this was known unto all the Jews. Greeks also dwell in Ephesus, and fear fell on them all, and the name of the Lord Yahawashi was magnified. All right. So going back to these worksmen here. All right. It says, verse 26, it says, moreover, ye see and hear that not alone Ephesus. So I read that to say this. Once they cut the YouTube or whatnot, we don't really need the internet once we start doing those miracles, because that power is going to be so great that it's going to be something that can't be avoided. All right. I remember reading in Acts prior before, it says they did a lot of notable miracles. All right. That word notable is something to write down. So that's something that had to be written down. That's something that can't be forgotten. You write a note so you can't forget something. So, once, Lord's will, we're part of that number. we get those miracles and start performing those miracles, hey, we won't need the internet, all right? It's going to be people seeking and searching. That power is really going to be manifested, all right? So it says, moreover, ye see and hear. So they saw and heard that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, all right? This Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods which were made with hands. So Paul turned a lot of people from these idols and these other gods, which is the job of a prophet, is to turn back the nation of Israel, the Jews, the Greeks, which are Israelites, and the Gentiles, which are also Israelites. That's what made them Gentiles, all right, pursuant to Ephesians, all right, being, matter of fact, let's get that real quick. I didn't want to make this lesson too long, but hey, let's bring out some edification here. Ephesians, is it 2? I think it's 2. All right. Let's see real quick. Yep, here it is right here. It says Ephesians 2. I started 10. It says, for we are his workmanship, created in YAHAWASHI into good works, which the Father hath before ordained that we should walk in them. Wherefore remember that ye being a time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision by that which is called uncircumcision in the flesh made by hands. All right. So ye being a time past Gentiles. So that if this was talking about actual other nations, how are you going to turn from a Chinese man to an Israelite? All right. That's impossible. All right. Your genealogy stays the same. Yeah, you can convert and worship. All right. Or reverence these things of the scriptures, the power of YAHAWASHI, but you're still going to be a Moabite, a Chinese person, all right? You can be Arab, but if you if you convert to worship the God of Israel, you're still going to be Arab by your genealogy. So this is talking about Israelites that were worshiping, once again, other gods like Diana of the Ephesians, worshiping other gods, worshiping these idols. All right, they were the Gentiles. Okay, so you being time past Gentiles in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision. All right, because the circumcision, all right, was given unto Abraham. All right, which was a law. All right, that covenant. Okay, it says by that which is called uncircumcision in the flesh, made by hands. It says that at the time ye were without YAHAWASHI, without Christ, all right, anointed, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel. So you worshiping this, that's an alien. The Lord didn't speak of these gods to worship them. He said not to worship them, but the Lord didn't say anything about worship Diana. All right. So you being an alien, it says from the commonwealth of Israel, and strangers from the covenants of promise, having no hope in God without in the world. It's like, and without God in the world. All right. So let's go back to Acts. 22. All right. No, it's like it's 19. It's like probably around verse 26. All right. So let's read this again. It says, moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all the world, this Paul has persuaded and turned away much people, talking about the Israelites, saying that they be no gods which are made with hands. Okay. Now, Paul did this according to the law. Okay. Let's see if I can find that. See if I can find it real quick. In fact, so Paul, all right, turning away those, it says, Mary Acts chapter 19, verse 26, it says, moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, This Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods which are made with hands. All right. So Paul turned people away, like, yo, this isn't a god. Look, this is a clearly a graven image. Okay. So let's go back to this. So this Paul, all right, Paul said concerning the law, I was a Pharisee. So let's go to the law. This Exodus 20, verse 1. It says, and God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. All right. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water underneath. All right. For thou shalt not bow thyself down to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God. And that's the point. Visiting iniquity of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So it says, I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God. All right. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. So Paul did his job. All right. He said concerning the law, a Pharisee. All right. As touching the law. So Paul knew about these laws. So who were given the laws and statutes, commandments? Going to show you that the Lord only came for the nation of Israel. All right. They were the only ones given the law. Leviticus 26 and 46. All right. These are the statutes and judgments and laws which the Lord made between him, and that word Lord there in the Hebrew is YAHAWAH. All right. That's the name of the Father. It says made between him and the children of Israel in Mount Sinai by the hand of Moses. All right. So Paul was turning Israel back to these laws and statutes, commandments. All right. That covenant. So the Lord had made that covenant with no other nation. So let's go back to Acts 19. All right. Acts 19 and 26. He drawing a lot of water from this verse. Hey, when you say Lord willing is edifying, the Lord gonna put a spirit on you. All right, to make it edifying. All right. He gonna come and sup. He gonna give you what you ask for, man. All right. So be careful what you ask for. And I'm just speaking through the Spirit. All right. So because a lot of edification coming out right now that I didn't intend on bringing out. All right. Acts 19 verse 26. It says, moreover, ye see and hear that not alone at Ephesus, but almost throughout all Asia, this Paul hath persuaded and turned away much people, saying that they be no gods which are made with hands. All right. So call HALAL YAHAWASHI. All right. Great edification through the Spirit speaking. It says, so that not only this, our craft is in danger. All right. So that money is in danger to be set at naught, but also the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia and the world worshipeth. All right. He was saying not only is our craft in danger, we're gonna be out of a job, but the God that they hold up so dearly, okay, she gonna be despised, and that's what's supposed to happen. All right, Salakia. So I say that to say this concerning Christmas, going back to the beginning of this video. You see those people were losing money. Now, this is an article from 2016. All right. It says, here's why Americans spend over $1 billion a year on Christmas trees. All right. Prices up for some specialty trees in New York City have hit $1,000. All right, especially you go up to New York and stuff. Well, I never been up there, but I saw pictures of those huge Christmas trees, man. It's huge. Like, seem like damn near 20 feet up in the air, man. All right. So it says the majority of people in the U.S. decorate Christmas trees each year, and they are shelling out more and more cash to do so. Some 78% of U.S. households will display Christmas trees this year. An American Christmas Tree Association study found that the American Christmas Tree Association is a nonprofit founded by an artificial tree company executive with a mission to help families choose the best Christmas tree for them. It has been accused by the National Christmas Tree Association the official trade organization for the natural Christmas tree industry, of discouraging people from buying natural Christmas trees, but claims there is no such thing as bad Christmas tree. All right, but I want to get it to the point here. It says on average price for a natural tree is on the rise. It was $50.82 in 2015, a 22% increase from 2014 and 28% from 2008. These prices have increased over the past 5 years and may spike higher this year due to droughts and tree shortages after growers have left the market. All right. So it says for specialty and exotic kinds of trees, all right, some people are shelling out as much as $1,000, including delivery and setup. All right. In 2015, 1.32 billion was spent on real trees. All right, 30% of which were cut down and purchased from tree farms. 26% were bought from tree lots and other stores. Okay. So you can see the prices of the trees going up. Now, this is literally $1 billion industry. All right, these Christmas trees. So let's go back to the scriptures. Pursuant to this, what he said, so that not only is our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised. But the point is, their craft is in danger. All right. And it's set to naught. So they didn't like this, man, what Paul was doing. All right. So what more of these people, all right, and not just Christmas, all the other holidays as well, but more of these people selling these Christmas trees and making profit off these Christmas trees. Because this is $1 billion market, man. All right. So let's get the scriptures real quick. So you Israelites are not supposed to be worshiping. All right. Christmas is not supposed to be celebrating Christmas. Jeremiah 10:1. It says, hear ye the word which the Lord spake unto you, O house of Israel. Thus said the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, okay? And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. So going into blood moons, lunar eclipses, UFOs, all right, be not dismayed, be not afraid. It says, for the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest and work. It's like the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. So this is clearly describing Christmas. It doesn't say Christmas in there, but it's describing it. All right, because why? It wasn't called Christmas back then. All right, it wasn't called Christmas back then. So it's not going to say Christmas in the Bible. You can, oh, well, it doesn't say Christmas. Hey, use discernment. It says, for the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and hammers that it move not. All right. So they deck it with silver and gold. And that's talking about the ornaments. Okay. It says they are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must needs be born because they cannot go. Be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil. Neither also is it in them to do good. All right. So when you set this tree up in your house to worship these trees, all right, the scripture is telling you pretty much that's a god, a false god, a fake god. It says they are upright as a palm tree, but they speak not. So speak not meaning dumb idols. All right, let's see if I can search up real quick. Dumb idols. All right. Yep, this is beautiful. I wanted to bring that out early too. That's perfect. All right. What profit the graven image? The maker thereof hath graven it, the molten image, and a teacher of lies. All right. The maker of his work trusted therein to make dumb idols. All right. Woe unto him, so destruction unto him that saith to the wood, awake, to the dumb stone, meaning can't speak, arise, it shall teach. Behold, it is laid with gold and silver, and there is no breath at all in the midst of it. But the Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth keep silence before him. Okay, so these dumb idols, man, they can't speak. These damn Christmas trees, these false gods. All right, going back to Babylon. Okay. So, I think that's pretty much it, man. All the precepts I wanted to bring out through the spirit. But yeah, we go back to Acts 19. Okay, so the point was they were losing money. So what do you think going to happen when so okay. All right, so I'm gonna close out Acts 19 verse 27, so that not only is our craft is in danger, but set it not. All right, so I'm not saying we're gonna get a bunch of Israelites to worship, because the Lord is only dealing with a few number. So this $1 billion industry, man, I doubt if this have any effect, man, because most of these, the scripture says it's gonna be many more that perish than they that be saved, man. All right, so 144,000, 1/3 compared to billions, man. This industry won't get hit, but I wanted to show you an example. All right, but in the kingdom, this shit gonna be done away with. They won't be making no more money off of this crap here, man. All right. But the point is, we turn the elect away from these things. That's the point. All right. But it says so that not only is our craft is in danger to be set at naught, but also that the temple of the great goddess Diana should be despised, and her magnificence should be destroyed, whom all Asia in the world worship. And when they heard these things, they were full of wrath, so they were pissed off and cried out, saying, "Great is Diana of the Ephesians." So that's why they hated the men of the Lord, man. All right, especially those people that were joined unto those idols. So with that, Lord willing, you were edified, giving all praise to YAHAWASHI, that once the apostles of Great Millstone had taught me through the Spirit. Blessings to all you laborers out there pushing this truth and sincerity, and also blessings to you sisters out there listening and learning. Shalom.